Hey y'all, this your girl Shani Cole, and welcome back to Cole Hustle. Hey co-hustlers. Alright, so today's video, most requested video was Chris Brown. And I don't have any questions for Chris Brown. I just really want to just get energy around him and see what he's thinking about, what's happening in his life, what's to come, you know, just basic information. So if you guys are ready to see this video, first of all, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 1,000 subbies. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon next to it so that you will be notified anytime I upload a new video. Also, make sure that you like the video to show me that you actually liked it, and also the YouTube algorithm for other people to watch, okay? So, let's get started. So, give me the energy around Chris Brown. The current energy around Chris Brown. Current energy around Chris Brown. Okay, so what we're looking at here is just, it feels like Chris Brown is just in a place of trying to decide what's next for him. You know, he's on tour and, you know, he had a really good album this year. So Chris Brown is really just weighing his options to see what's next for him. I see like that he is working on a project, another project. But right now, he's just really enjoying the moment of being on tour. I feel like also with Chris Brown, in the lady department, he's kind of like, you know what? If love comes, cool. If not, cool. Chris Brown has never been the type that is really like excited to get married or settle down, all that type of stuff. So I see right now Chris Brown is still in his little era where he's, you know, enjoying the ladies. But I'm also seeing where he is being a little bit, what's the word? He's being a little bit standoffish when it comes to some of the ladies in his life. And I can also see where some of the ladies in his life feel like Chris Brown is not going to change. He's not going to settle down, all that type of stuff. I'm also seeing, as far as his fans, that a lot of ladies, not ladies, but I'm seeing where even with his fans and, you know, being the celebrity that he is, he really feels a way about how the media still paints him out to be a bad person when it comes to women. And it has put a lot of strain in his, you know, career, because Chris Brown would be so much bigger than he is now. Even though he's big, he was destined to be way bigger. But of course, past situations have made it a little harder for Chris Brown to maneuver in the industry the way that he once did. What else with Chris Brown? I see he's been avoiding a lot of situations, a lot of people, especially I'm even seeing Diddy, because of the name attached to them. He's just moving forward and keeping himself clear of any type of distractions, anything that's going to cause more harm to his, you know, fan base. So Chris Brown is steering clear of a lot of stuff. He's really been thinking about what he wants to do next in his career. And, you know, Chris Brown is just moving accordingly. I'm even seeing where Chris Brown might have been presented with an opportunity. This may be an opportunity to collab with somebody. And he doesn't know if he wants to do it because of the judgment, the backlash that he might get. So I don't know who the person is that he's really trying to collab with, but, you know, he doesn't want the gossip behind it. But I do see some news coming as far as Chris Brown and what's his next move. So there will be an announcement, but I don't know if he's going to announce it while he's on tour. It's possible, but I don't know. Give me the energy around Chris Brown. Let's just see something here. Give me the energy around Chris Brown and love. What is going on with Chris Brown and love? Chris Brown and his love life. Chris Brown and his love life. In terms of love, when it comes to Chris Brown, he's honestly just being patient and just hanging out and taking his time when it comes to love. He's not really looking for it. I can see where he feels that he's not mature enough. Not that he's not mature, but in love, you know, Chris Brown has always just been spontaneous, and you know, he has his different choices in women. But it seems like Chris Brown doesn't feel like he's mature enough or ready enough to settle down with anybody. So he's just like, people are patiently waiting, and it's like, he's not ready. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't like conflict, especially after his situation that was very much public. You know, Chris Brown tries to stay away from love right now, even though he does have someone in his life, baby mother. He does try to stay away. I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Brown has another baby on the way, or we will hear about him having a baby on the way soon. But it is another child in his future. He said he wanted more kids, so I could see that happening for him. I also feel like, you know, Chris Brown feels like he's accepted a lot of things in the past as far as relationships, and a lot of things that he was willing to accept was things that he didn't really want to. It just seems like, you know, he always has just been kind of like, you know, I always get the short end of the stick. Why can't women just understand that I don't want to be tied down? That's his whole demeanor. You know, Chris Brown, he's a player. Not that he's just abusing women as far as being romantically involved with them. But, you know, everybody knows, he makes sure that everybody knows that he's dating. Everybody that he's dating knows that, look, I'm not ready to settle down. You know, I'm focused on my career. I'm trying to figure out what's best for me. And also, there's still an attachment to a baby mama. And I feel like, I forgot her name. Aniko? It's the little boy's mom. There's definitely an attachment there. So Chris Brown is just like, you know, he's exploring his options. He's not really, you know, set on any particular person. He's just not ready to settle down yet. Let's look into the energy around Chris Brown's career. What is next for Chris Brown? What's next for Chris Brown? As far as his career, what is next? What can we expect? If y'all have any particular questions about Chris Brown, leave them down below, because I didn't have anybody write me any questions about Chris Brown, just wanting to know, I guess, about Chris Brown. So comment down below if you have any questions about Chris Brown. This is as far as his finances and business endeavors. As far as Chris Brown, he's pretty much okay with, hold on. As far as Chris Brown and his career, he's pretty much, you know, okay where he is. It shows that he's comfortable. There's nothing that he really wants to change about his career. But if he does change anything, it'll probably be, you know, trying to switch it up with the albums. But Chris Brown is satisfied with what he's doing with his career. You know, he's traveling. He's had a lot of detours in his career. A lot of people have shut Chris Brown out due to his past when he was a teenager. I believe that people grow and change. And I feel like Chris Brown, he has done a lot of changing in his life. He has really, had to step back and humble himself, and really work on his anger is one thing. He's been working on his anger. He also, there's also energy around Chris Brown when it comes to him looking at his career. There is a bit, if it's not now, it was showing in his past position, that Chris Brown was just looking at what he's done and he's still somehow not completely satisfied. There is more that he wants to do, but just a matter of when is the best time for him to do so. I do see where he doesn't really want to take any risk when it comes to expanding things, because for some reason he keeps running into detours as far as what he wants to do next with his career. So Chris Brown right now is he's just sitting in content. There's nothing that he's really wanting to change, but he does look at himself sometimes and wants to know what else could he do to stand out. Because he's been, since that situation happened years ago, he has been seeing a stop in some opportunities, especially when it comes to award shows and stuff like that. People have pulled him out of it because of his character in the past. And I don't think that's really fair to Chris Brown, because Chris Brown is a phenomenal artist and he's really taken over the charts. And he's always been an artist that we hear all the time, whether he's by himself or he's on a lot of albums and features with people. So yeah, Chris Brown is really trying to figure out what else could he do to expand his career. Anything else as far as Chris Brown's career? I do feel like he's going to be doing a collaboration pretty soon. I do see a collab, maybe two to three people. But again, this also comes up as Chris Brown losing a lot of ties to people when it came to the Rihanna situation. People not really wanting to work with him. There's been a disconnection. There seems to have been a collaboration that he was working on, but they have cut ties with that. And I wonder why. I could see something coming out about a business opportunity that Chris Brown had and what happened with it, but there is more to that story that will probably come out later on. But maybe he just felt like it wasn't the right time to work with this person. What is to come as far as Chris Brown's career? What can we expect next? Chris Brown is really going back and forth with what he wants to do next with his career. So I'm not saying anything in particular right now. I feel like, Chris Brown he's really been trying things outside of his comfort zone. And it has been working for him. But I'm also seeing where Chris Brown, he's kind of in and out when it comes to his career. It's almost like he doesn't know what he really wants to do next. He's really focused on just being a great father to his children, and limiting access to people. Well, people limiting their access. He doesn't want a lot of people attached to him right now. He just really wants to work and focus. I also can see where Chris Brown has a little bit of a gambling problem, and it doesn't have to be monetary. It just seems like career-wise or love life, he takes gambles when it comes to that. He's willing to take risks. That's the thing about Chris Brown. He's willing to take risks that other people are not going to take. He has beat all of the odds against him. He is a person that definitely demands change, and he's willing to do any type of genre or any type of musical, whatever he does musically. He's always open to new ideas that people will not necessarily see him coming towards. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can see Chris Brown, you know, stepping out of his comfort zone and really continuing to make music that people love, especially with different genres. He's wanting to experiment with a couple of more genres as well. So we could see Chris Brown doing some country or some jazz, or, you know, something different. Spirit, give me the energy around Chris Brown. What messages do you have for Chris Brown, Spirit? What are the messages for Chris Brown? Like I said, Chris Brown is kind of taking some time to himself. Even though he's on tour, this is a healing process for him. Being able to perform for his fans, being able to consistently drop music that people will love. And I think in some type of way, this heals him. Like when he talked about in 11:11 healing energy, this album was really a healing moment for Chris Brown. So Spirit wants him to continue his healing process. We also have Chris Brown seems to think sometimes that he's not good enough. And it comes with past situations and how people have looked at him and talked about him. He needs to understand that, you know, Chris, you are an amazing, talented artist, and we love you, and we don't want you to go anywhere. You know, we want Chris Brown to know that he's a good person, and he's very much loved and appreciated by so many people. He has done so much for our culture. He's been in the game for 20 plus years, and Chris Brown is just never going to stop. And we want him to continue to know that he is loved and he is appreciated in the music community. Okay. One more thing. There may be an issue that Chris Brown is having. Like I said, I'm seeing women in his life possibly posing as, you know, questionable people. And so I feel like he is going to reach a resolution with that. And also, even along his journey, I feel like Chris Brown is going to come to some sort of resolution when it comes to his career. Let's do one more. And know that your hard work is paying off, Chris. You are now enjoying the fruits of your hard work. Your hard work is paying off. So there will be more to come for Chris Brown. I think this will open up a lot of awards for him. This will open up a lot of people looking at him differently in a better light. And I do feel like he is going to continue to work his butt off. And we're going to be seeing a lot more of Chris Brown in the near future. All right. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. Being a Chris Brown fan, there are just a lot of things that we want to know about him. But he's doing good, y'all. He's focused on his career, his children, and really making people feel good with his music. All right, y'all. So if y'all have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and make sure that you hit the bell icon so that you will never miss a notification for my videos. And please make sure that you like this video. If you love Chris Brown, I need you to like this video. If you love my readings, I need you to like this video so that it goes to the YouTube algorithm and other people are able to discover this video. All right? And I will talk to y'all on the next video.